Hi guys, it's Sharad here. Good morning and afternoon and evening also. Everyone, welcome to my channel where we deep dive into economics in a way that's easy to understand and apply to the real world. And today we are talking about the understanding market structure in economics, as I already covered two topics. And today I just want to talk cover another topic. The topic name is understanding market structure. If you are a student or a business owner or just curious about how market works, this is for you. Markets don't all function the same way. The vary based on the how many sellers are involved and how much power they have are prices. We will explore the four main types, but we will focus on the key ones outlined here, from perfect competition with tons of sellers to monopolies where one firm calls all the shots. The big question we'll answer is how many firms are competing and how much control do they have over pricing. The matter because it affects everything from what you pay from groceries to innovation in technology. So stick around just 10 to 12 minutes and we'll break it down step by step and let's jump in. So this is my first slide. So now I'll move to my second slide. So here we'll understand. I have already given good example. So we can understand what are the four types of the economics which I'm planning to explain. So the when you look at the second slide, I've given a good example for the form one related to forms. So starting with the most competitive end of the spectrum, what is a perfect competition? So this is like a ideal word of the maximum competition where no one has an edge over anyone else. Imagine a market with numerous small firms all operating independently. The products are identical like a wheats and rice, and buyers can't tell the difference between one seller's offering and another's. So think of this like a genetic wheat. One farmer's crop it just like the next. So what is the key characteristics here? Everyone has a perfect information, meaning buyers and sellers know all the prices out there because it's a small thing. So there is zero barriers to entry or exit. So anyone can start or stop a business without hassle. And crucially, firms are price takers and they have to accept whatever the market price is the because they are too small to influence it. So now we need to think about the long term run because every business they want to make a profit and the customer is a key thing. If you satisfy to your customer, then you can make a profit or margin. So in the long term, that leads to only normal profits. Any extra economic profit gets competed away as more firms and enter the market. So what is a, a real world example? So just take the example for this. When you look at this picture, I just mentioned, as I'll also give an example with farm 1, farm 2, because all are identical and they are selling the same kind of product and everyone is the same, making a same profit. So this is a perfect competition and there is a no, this is a zero barrier for the entry or exit. Some you can entry anytime and you can exit anytime. So this is a perfect company and all are the identical products, and this is basically for the small firms example. And also I'll give you the another example like agriculture commodities like wheat, corn, rice come closest. Foreign exchange markets or wholesale vegetable market also fit the bill. Why is the structure so great? It represents maximum efficiency. Resources go where they are most valued and customers get the lowest possible sustainable prices. So since products are homogeneous and sellers are everywhere, so no single player can jack up prices. It's economics at the purest. So supply and demand in the perfect harmony. So now I just want to brief out the second slide. Let me give you the quick analogy. Picture is a crowded flea market where everyone sells the same type of apple. If one vendor tries to charge more, buyer just walk to the next stall. So that's a perfect competition. So that we need, when you look at this picture, we can easily understand what is the meaning of the perfect competition. Someone asks these kind of question based on this picture, we can answer it. So I think you guys would have understood the understanding about the perfect competition. So now I'll move to the next slide. So next slide, I just want to talk about the monopoly. So what is the monopoly means? Like if only one firm rules the market. So now I'll explain. When you look at this picture, I have given a lot of information and also I've given some pictures so you can easily understand what is the single seller, what is the meaning of barrier, pricing and substitutions. So we have a monopoly. What is the meaning? When one firm rules the entire market. Here there is a single seller and the firm is basically the whole industry with no competition. So consumer have no substitute. If you want the product, you go to them and go without. So what keeps others out? So how barriers to entry and like a patent that product invention, massive infrastructure cost are too expensive for the newcomer, and like a government licenses that grant exclusive right. This makes the monopolist a price maker. They set prices to maximize profit by producing where marginal revenues equal marginal cost. So now here we need to understand what is the market outcome. Not as rosy for the consumer. Monopolies often produce less output. What they do, because they supply very less at higher prices than competitive markets would, they can rake in a supernormal profit forever because their barriers stop new entrants from crashing the party. And government often step into the regulate, especially for the natural monopolies like utilities to prevent price gooping. So here we need to understand common example include like local water, electricity supplier. These are the natural monopolies because duplicating pipes or wires would be wasteful. And another example like pharmaceutical drugs under patent are another big one, or railway networks in some regions. So there is a trade-off. While monopolies can competition, things like a patent production, encourage innovation, investors get temporary exclusive right, motivating them to create new drugs or tech that benefit society in the long run. So it is all bad thing of the how companies like uh, Google, Microsoft started started with innovative edge and then bordered on the monopolistic power. So now let's talk about in between structure that are more. So now when you read this slide or understand, we can easily understand what is a monopoly. Like one firm is dictate to the uh, buyers. So now I'll jump into the fourth slide. So fourth slide, it talks about um, oligopoly poly and monopolistic competition, because I already talked about the perfect competition, monopolistic competition, and now next is oligopoly and monopoly. So what is the monopolistic competition and oligopoly? So they fall somewhere in the middle. Let's touch on oligopoly first. In oligopoly, there are just a few large firms dominating the market. Things like airline or car manufacturer. These firms are interdependent, but what are does affect the others? Oligopolies often shows price rigidity. Price don't fluctuate much because firms watch each other closely. Because what they do, they see the price for the other company instead of the price war. They compete through heavy advertising or product features. Sometimes they even call you to fix prices, but and can lead to a big fines. So now shifting to related structure, monopolistic competition. This is where many firms sell similar but differentiate products. So now I'm talking about the monopolistic competition. What does it mean? So this where many firms sell similar but differentiate product. Each business has a slight price power because of the differentiation. Maybe branding, like a quality, location makes their product stand out. But entry is easy, and in the long run, profits normalize as a new competition join. So this structure gives consumer tremendous variety. Think fast food chains like McDonald's, Burgers King, clothing brand. They are not identical, but say firms can change it a bit more their unique twist. But if the price get too high, new entrants keep things in the check. So oligopoly and monopolistic competition blend element from both ends. In oligopolies, barriers are higher, leading to potential long-term profit, but also risks like collusion. So overall, these structures drive innovation through competition while along some market power. So now we can easily understand what is a oligopoly and monopolistic. So based on this picture, we can easily understand what is interdependence, high barriers. An example also I've given, and what is a low, and because monopolistic we follow a product differentiation because they differentiate product like by using a branding, quality, in style and location, and also monopolistic there is many firms involved, and oligopoly only few large firms are involved. So that's the main difference. So now I'll go into the my new slide, and that's the last slide. So I'll summarize also. Now here is a quick comparison to make this clear. Let's look at some visual point. So these diagram probably show supply and demand curves for the perfect competition versus monopoly. So how the competition. So when you look at my picture, so I've given like a perfect competition, monopolistic competition, oligopoly, and monopoly. And in the bottom also, this is a, sequence of the uh, competition. Definitely first one is good, like perfect, and monopolistic also good, but monopoly is not good for the consumer because companies dominate to the buyer. So and also I have categorized into like suppose if these pillar are using number of the firms, so in the perfect competition it could be many, and monopoly it is only one in the in rectangle form you can see. An example, product type in perfect competition it could be identical, just have given example rice, wheat, and other things, and milk. And monopolistic, and they differentiate for the product, and but oligopoly, and it could be similar. So these are the structure I've given, and I've given price control, efficiency, and real world example, and long run profit. So when you understand this picture, so we can easily understand the market structure, how the economics is going end to end. So it gives a lot of knowledge for the economic. Thank you. And because this is my third video for the economics, so please subscribe my channel and forward to your family friends to get more knowledge about the economics, and it also motivates to me to make these kind of the video for you. So please subscribe and grow my channel. Oh, thank you. Good night.